Well, hello. I'm going to have a look at some advice that I wish I had when I started. Let's roll the intro and I'll tell you. Hi, welcome to the channel. If you haven't been here before, my name is Langers and I am the overgrown child that is the Scruffy Trader. What I'm trying to do is kind of put trading in the real world. Maybe show you a trick or two along the way. That sounds good? Please click the little subscribe button. Genuinely helps, and if you like this sort of thing, smash the like button. So what advice am I talking about? Well, it's broad stroke advice, to be honest. And I know straight away you'll be thinking, this is boring, just show me a strategy, this job's easy. No, it's not. And that is the basis of the few points I put on the board about advice. See, when I first started, just like everybody else, I was like a rabbit dazzled in headlights. I also thought I knew everything because I had a reasonably successful business and I didn't need to worry about money too much. So of course, the markets was going to be simple. Boy, was I wrong. In fact, I was wrong to the fact that it cost me an utter fortune. And over the course of the last 15, 20 years, I have spent a fortune trying to understand how the markets work. And ultimately, it's very simple. Less is more. And you'll hear me say that a lot in the videos. That is probably the only thing that I've ever learned out of all the money I've spent. You know, because every system works. But let's explore a few points of this advice and see if it can resonate with you. Now, first of all, the first bit of advice that I would give for any trader coming in is filter out the noise. Now, what do I mean by that? If you go into Google and type in Forex, there is thousands, if not millions of pages on the subject. There are God knows how many forums. Facebook groups, it's never ending. Instagram, never ending. The amount of ads saying it's get rich quick, never ending. You need to filter all that out. I personally don't use any forums anymore. I find it full of distraction. I find it full of very nasty, small-minded people who actually know nothing. And because they fail, they strike out. And then it's the case of my way is better than your way sort of thing. And it doesn't teach you anything. And ultimately, I just switched it all off, you know. And now I just use my own and speak to people that are like-minded. And that's what I'm driving at. You know, there's a lot of negativity in the industry and there's a lot of false information in the industry. You need to filter that out. But when you first start, it's overwhelming. So the easiest way is just get a couple of books, read the books, then attempt to go into a group, because at least you've got a little bit of knowledge without someone saying, you do it this way, and another one saying you do it that way. You've got another one saying everything's crap. You've got another one saying everything's amazing. You've got no idea where you are. So filter the noise out is the first thing I would do as a trader. Strip everything back, okay? The next part of your journey, because straight away it'll be, show me the money. I want the money. Well, the money will come. It will come. But you must focus on the process first. So keep all of your positions very small. In fact, the smallest that your broker will allow. And it doesn't matter what your net worth is, because when you start, you're going to get it wrong. And when you get it wrong, it's going to cost you. I do recommend using real money, but just little bits of real money, because it will help you with the emotional impact of trading. And once you get over that hurdle, you'll start knowing when it's time to ramp up, because you'll start seeing the setups. You'll start understanding how the chart is playing out. But when you first start, you won't. It's a little more than guesswork. Well, trading in general is guesswork. The only difference is between sort of me and a newer trader is I have a lot of experience and my guesswork is educated guesswork. In other words, I add layers of confirmation to understand what I'm getting at. Okay, so my advice is keep it small. The next part is kind of hand in hand to number 2, and it's focus on your risk. Understand what risk is. You know, how much is this going to cost me? And would I pay for that as a lesson if I got it wrong? Because that's what losing is. It's not a loss. It's a lesson in not what to do. So you have to ask yourself, is it worth paying that? And once you start working along those lines, rather than percentages, work in money. Am I willing to pay £10 for this? Am I willing to pay £100 for this? If the answer is no, you either have to scale your position size back or not trade it at all. Simple as that. But focus on the risk, and then you'll start understanding how trading mechanics work. Simple stuff, guys. It generally is simple, and that's what these advices are. Now, the next part about keeping it simple is going back to the noise. And my recommendation for anybody, doesn't matter what type of trader you are, whether you're a scalper, a day trader, a swing trader, a position trader, stick with one process to start with. Master it. And if you can master that, it'll help you in your journey to master other styles. Just think of the great Bruce Lee quote. It doesn't get any simpler than that. You know, it really doesn't. Because if you master one, are you afraid of the rest? No. The only part that you have to worry about is patience. And patience is your key to success. Genuinely is. And again, you'll hear me say that over and over. Many times when I trade, and the guys will ask me, are you going in? No. And I might enter the trade for 2 or 3 hours after, and I have to sit through just watching, because I'm just waiting for the price to get to where I want. I look for multiple confirmations, a holy trinity if you like, so because I have like a minimum of 3. If I haven't got all 3 ticked, I just don't even look at it, I just wait. And then that way it breeds consistency and ultimately builds my bank account. And then the 5th one is, what you got to remember is, this is a job. If you think you're in this to get rich quick because you've seen, you ding dong, you're delusional. You genuinely are delusional. Because you're not going to turn a small amount into millions very quickly and then retire under a palm tree. It just isn't work like that. This is a job, you know, and as a job, you have to put the work in and then you reap the rewards. Otherwise, it's just a lottery. And let's be honest, a lottery is... And that's it. But there is one final part that you must have, and it's probably the most important bit.
Well, we're waiting.
And it is simply enjoy it. If you find it stressful, you'll make mistakes. If you don't enjoy it and you find it tedious, you'll make mistakes. But if you enjoy it, you'll get absorbed in the markets. And then once you get absorbed in the markets, you start to be able to understand how those markets work. You can see the moves as they form. Because too many times a retail trader will be getting in on the end of a move, and that's why the failure rate is so high, because they haven't seen the setup by using higher time frames and multi sort of confluences, if you like, before they get into a trade. They just see a moving average cross, 20 over a 50 for argument's sake, right, that's time to get in. But moving average crosses, certainly on small time frames, are lethal, because by the time it crosses over, the move is finished. Then that breeds anger. And then once you've got anger, you want to lash at the market. So you have to start looking to control your emotions. And then it don't become enjoyable anymore. And as soon as it becomes enjoyable, you pack in. You know, so you've had a few goes at it for a couple of weeks, thinking you're going to be the Wolf of Wall Street, because you've seen some dickhead on Facebook saying it's amazing and you're going to be driving a green Lamborghini.
You ding-dong!
Give it to me again.
You ding-dong!
Oh, make it stop!
Ooh, I had to get that one in. Oh, sorry. Poster child of the idiot. Whereas in reality, it's a long-term job. And if you set out on any career, you're not looking to be in it and retire in a couple of weeks. It's going to take a long period of time.
Isn't that logical?
Okay. So these are just a couple of little snippets and thoughts. And I'll do these sort of videos from time to time where I'll pull up a whiteboard and just kind of try and put you in the right direction. And if you are stuck, by all means drop comments below. I'll do my best to answer you. My contact details are easy found in the description. And I have a decent community in the Facebook and the Telegram, and the guys there will help you as well. So with all of that, as always guys, do what you love and the money will follow.